not at all sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah. The other thing about retirement is a lot more doctor's appointments.
I had that problem. Just be my doctor's 1,000 miles away and they don't call me.
Yeah. Tick tock, tick tock.
Turn your microphones on.
That's all.
Thanks for doing that.
All right, meeting come to order. Everybody rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for a new day. Thank you for leading us, guiding us, and directing us. Thank you for showing us your way. Father, help us to live our lives in you and for you. We need you. We love you. We exalt you. We praise you. Father, we ask that you go before us today and make all of our crooked places straight. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. We will begin with an executive session, and it'll be pursuant to KSA 754319 B2 for consultation with attorney for public body of agency, which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship. So I move that we enter into executive session, be the three commissioners and county counselor by phone. We will return to these chambers at 3:45.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
When are they coming out? I'm sorry. 3:45.
45 minutes. Or they can cut up more things, Can I get this to you now? I think, oh, that's fine.
Have you talked to them? Have you talked to anybody? Did they call you back?
Who's that?
That patient? Did you try to call?
Yeah.
I did.
I talked to her.
Okay, so she knows your.
Yeah, she told me about today. But yeah, your paperwork is in there, I believe, of whatever Mandy, second page, I think. It's on the, no, second page. I think the paperwork that you, whatever you ever need from her, whatever that is. Yeah. Obviously, it's her computer.
She's doing it more official.
We got to,
Absolutely.
on books.
Yes.
Would she let be available for the phone this evening? I just want to let her know that we'll be at HQ every Wednesday from 10 to 2 for benefits help. She had told me she had people who had difficulties. she may have to call me because she called me from your phone the last time I talked to
No,
her.
she provided a phone number.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you're ready. Ready? Yes. Okay, so BR 549.
How many cars do you want me to send over?
And October is kind of full,
35? Yes.
so I felt like, well, my sister and
They
I.
introduced Bill Barber last
That if I
week.
put like yesterday, I put in, it was like for a while, and then came this morning. And,
What option is she?
you know, they normal.
I think it's right now.
Okay.
Don't know if they'll be much gaining back what has been lost. That kind of thing, and so, you know, we've never been this way before, so it's.
Yeah, they escaped Bourbon County. You'll be in the link
Yeah,
by tomorrow.
so I just felt like my next
His head's
scheduled
looking better. It's a
appointment
little
time
bit
to go
shaky.
up is not till
Looking
December,
like you
so
about the day.
I definitely need to make.
Never did get into that, seeing them right away. I don't get to warm back up.
And it was,
Yeah,
it was
it's years to get over.
yes.
You'll be roaming the streets of Hammond before long. So should we start filling out paperwork? Yeah. Put them on file.
Yes, they can get it. 104.7. Yeah. That's what I know. No, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Anytime, and like I said, they don't get very much. Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. You're on your own for dinner.
You what?
You're on your own for dinner.
That's hilarious.
He doesn't like what I eat anyway, so.
Well, we'll see if she's a cheap date or not. Been there, done that, won't do that again.
Poke your, yeah, that, poke your eye out.
Shoots and wash your face.
Shoots right to the electrical outlet thing here.
You better be here. You're threatening me.
No. I move that we return to session, no action.
Second.
Is there a second? You second it, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, I move that we return to executive session pursuant to KSA 754319 for consultation with attorney for public body of agency which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship. We will do this for 10 minutes, 3 commissioners, and the counselor will, actually, let's do it for 14. We'll return at 4 p.m. to these chambers. Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, I couldn't hear the second.
I can hear it chirping.
Messing me on the Uniontown homecoming game right now. They started at 3 o'clock today.
What's wrong?
Can't get officials, I guess. That is bigger homecoming game. That's Miles, I said, you going to the game? Can't, I gotta be in school.
It's a good official. He used to be a referee.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Davidson? He used to be a referee for football games.
Yeah, I used to referee. I used to coach it too.
You might not be able to hear the coach call timeout.
That's okay. But it happens. I flag plenty of coaches. I got 5 designated. I was kidding the sun, but it's kind of like, sideline. He's giving me a sideline. I'm gonna get Stern talking to you later.
You got any plans for the kids? Just maybe,
I have work on it. Take care of next week.
since I don't try to hear them, people here, I'm supposed to listen to them.
I'll close this one too, because I could hear my name being spoken.
I didn't hear him, I didn't hear anything.
Well, your name, my name kind of stands out.
That's good.
So, you know, there's the football player, Michael White. First time I heard it, I thought, not that playing football, but now he's changed teams. I don't know which team he's playing on now. Defensive tackle, I think. Whatever Monday night's game was.
Yeah.
No, he has a 9 out of 10 people that have this is inherited. It's genetics. It's called DeGeorge syndrome. You have a fracture of your 22nd chromosome. And it could take various, I mean, the laundry list of disabilities. He's cognitive, he's not impaired, he just, of course, this trach keeps him from developing his speech when he talks. And when he was, he'd have rehabilitation, he would work it where he'd have he knew what he was doing.
Very smart kid. Make it work however he can. That's good. They need to be determined when they have something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for Bobby to sign off on it.
Have you ever thought about buying one-ton dually pickups? And then that way when you're done with them, the rest of the chemicals can just snatch it up. If you put hydrogen in them, it'd be really nice too.
0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Just put a duties on the back.
That'd be the fastest copy.
Yeah, just go ahead and put that on when you order them, that way they're already on there.
I'll buy Cage in the back.
I'd buy one.
Goose makes patty wagon.
I think it owns multi-purpose.
Exactly. Put snowplow off of it.
I know. I don't know if any very new departments may be taking it. We're good for it.
Got some departments out west that they don't have that.
Yeah. You can hire deputies, let them take them home, use them as children. Kale uses his sirens for his cows, and I hate it. Like, you gotta own it. The sirens, they used to cost like $40, now they're like $200 for
What's the
these.
sign for?
That's not because all these things are like that. That's what they used to call their cows in now. They're distinctly different than your sirens, but I'm just like, why not just hit the one? One works. That's it. Yeah, it's already there. Yeah, like Scotty's right on the front bumper, but when he goes down the road, it just spins and it's all flat. Bearing goes out, and I'm like, you know, if you tuck it up under, it won't. So,
Buy one with the cover.
yeah. It's okay, I just use the one.
Never get them timed right.
A little bit of idle time. A little bit of idle time is good.
I gotta step over here so you can talk louder. So I get it. My hearing is so all the way through.
I waited for you to drive through line at Sonic, you never showed up.
Gonna give me a pretzel? Okay.
Okay, how are we close? No, almost.
Are you putting your budget on the screen again?
I can.
Have that timer right here in front of me. All right, I move that we return back to session, no
Second.
action. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
All right, so now we will move on into the budget discussion, and first up will be the sheriff and his staff as they have.
Point of order. I just want to confirm something. On your agenda, confirm for me that you have, all I have on mine is admin duties for website, Facebook, Crowcan, Verizon, Freeman agreement and budget. Yeah, that's what was here. That was the only, that was sitting on here. I don't have the new agenda.
It's not this agenda.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. He's taking care of it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I got that one memorized.
Very simple.
So we're gonna start the budget discussion with the sheriff and his staff as they have travel constraints they need to deal with for this afternoon. So, gentlemen?
Yes, Ben. There you go.
You got the bad chair.
All right, how we wanna start?
We'll let you talk first.
Okay, so what we have is we have two options, and I think both options have an effect on your budget, as we had discussed. One is regarding the inmate housing fund, and then the other one was, we took your initial 4.3% increase and brought it to 3%. So, which one would you want to discuss first?
Is that correct? When I look at the numbers from 2025 budget to now, we didn't add 3% at the final one that we put
Okay,
across
so
here, did we, Ben?
the budget, the two budgets we discussed, and the one that has that dropped the mill down to 56.765, started out with the Budget Advisory Committee's budget. And then a week ago, we shaved it down, and then last Tuesday, we come back in and we, in our discussion, because originally the Budget Advisory Committee had given the sheriff a 4.3 increase from 2025. And when Commissioner Tran made his plan of reducing 1.4%, he did not touch the sheriff's budget. So then, when we were trying to get the numbers down, we agreed to shave him down from 4.3 to 3. That's where we're at on, and how we got to the 56.765 with the other cuts that we made last Tuesday. So that's how that got there. And then the other one, which gets us to 54.581, is disregarding all the cuts that we talked about and just taking his inmate housing fund that we just learned about and applying that money to the budget and reducing it. So those are the two options that I thought we walked away with Tuesday night. If it's any different, then Mr. Tran.
So the other option we did was because the $300,000 inject to the budget from the inmate housing fund, let's be honest, that threw everybody for a loop. But at the end of that meeting, I did ask to do another injection where we don't have that, where we took that back out, and we were just working towards the $130,000 that the three of us pulled out from the previous
The
week.
230.
Yes. That mill levy came in at 56.76. So on that budget.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
other
so we're
option I was
all right,
talking about,
okay, I just
where we
wanna
made the cuts using we started off with IT, we started off with, and we adjusted the which we had done the previous Tuesday, we adjusted 189,000
So-
off the sheriff's budget. That's what Mr. Hart brought up on Monday.
Right. So for
Okay.
clarification, which budgets are we gonna talk about tonight?
Those two budgets,
Okay, these two I have right here.
right, the 56.765 and the 54.8581.
Okay, good. We're on the same numbers.
One involves the inmate housing.
Yes.
And the other involves our previous cuts, not including the inmate housing.
3.4% increase.
May I have a copy?
What's that?
Of whatever you're looking at, may I have a copy?
This is the ones you printed off to us
You gave those to us last week.
Okay, right.
the other night. One, two. Yeah. Okay.
We'll get you squared away soon.
Yeah, I got questions too.
So, go ahead.
The numbers you guys worked with Tuesday night, I didn't watch all the film, but did it also cover all of the salaries that needed to be increased that we talked about Monday night?
When you talk about Monday night, that number that got deflated on the salaries
Yeah.
was off of an exercise we were working when we
Okay.
trimmed it from 4.3 to 3.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can add that all back the way it was, but that 189 is gonna come out of the budget.
I think we're just looking at bottom line numbers, Ben, and then you move them around as you wish.
So he's gonna have to absorb the 182,000.
What, yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
whatever where we went from,
Is that what you're saying?
it was a 1.4% decrease from the original budget proposal. His budget proposal to the BAC.
All right, that's not gonna work, but okay. That's not gonna work, but okay.
One's 2 pages and one is 3 pages.
Okay. So then the other, any other?
Two, 2, 8, 6, okay. That's what they're saying on this. Yeah. What he's saying is you gotta absorb that amount of money within your budget.
Hey, Ben, this is
Meaning?
what we currently said.
Yeah.
So define absorb.
Which means that you've got, what they're saying is you got $2.2 million, and then you distribute it the way you want.
And that's with the inmate revenue then.
That's with 126,000.
That's not touching that.
120, it's with 128,000 in inmate revenue accounted for within 2026.
Did you say it was not doable?
I don't think it's doable, no.
And that would be which one? The 5.4 or the 5.6, Ben?
Reducing the 183.
The
would be the
amount of
5.6.
2.280860, in order to absorb $182,000, it's just, I have no clue where that would come from.
Ben, can you explain it to me from this standpoint? Because this is how I want to see it. This is 2025,
Yeah,
and this is 2026. The number's still larger.
it is
Why
larger.
can't we do it?
Well, what I'm talking about, and what we talked about Monday, I'll just repeat it here too, is on the sheriff's side, the budget has 810,000. He needs 937,000 to pay all his deputies. On the corrections side, there's 658,000. He needs 714,000 to pay all his corrections officers. And what you're saying to me is, it's essentially a $182,000 cut, because he's gonna have to absorb that much money within his budget.
It wouldn't be a cut, it would just be not an increase from last year.
It'd be a cut, because it's an increase from last year that you're gonna have to take off out of last year's budget in order to get to where you're at.
Well, I mean, just not an increase in funds to use from last year, because last year was 2204,165, and this one projects this year as 2280,858.
Let me tell you what, okay, so I'll just make
And I
it,
understand what you're saying,
I'll
I'm
make
just,
it more simple.
okay.
2204 plus 182. It needs to be $2.386 million. That's what the bottom budget is. That's what it needs to be. 2.386. So he's about $100,000 off, $106,000 off.
So when we had it at 59.937 that the Budget Advisory Committee had
On
came
Monday.
back with,
Yeah.
what was, because I don't have it with me here, what was the bottom line?
I don't know. I haven't seen it either.
Do you have that on the screen?
What the budget committee had, I don't know what they had.
With the budget committee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
When they,
not-
the initial one before we started doing anything. Because it started out at 62, 65, and then they cut it down to 62. And then we cut it down to, or they cut it, final touch made it all be 59. And that was without any cut to the sheriff. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
On the inmate housing, how do you guys figure out, how do you guys project that budget? How's that figured out? Because on this one, you guys are projecting $128,066.
Yeah, that was the number we had back in June. That was before any of the numbers that came in right now.
Okay,
So it's at this point, it's unprecedented level,
yeah.
right? And it's obviously volatile because of the other
Sure.
jails that are
You can-
contracting out.
Yes.
Is that the,
That kind of revenue, I
and
would
what's the
say would need
bottom
to
line
be
on the
uh,
law enforcement?
held for a year and then utilized,
That's
because you
the
can't
far one.
project it.
That's 2025.
They would give them a $96,000 increase.
So that was the original budget that we were supplied by the Budget Advisory Committee. And then Mr. Tran offered an alternative.
I can't see the total up there. What was the total for that column?
2,300,347.
Yeah,
It was an increase of 96 over the prior year.
yeah.
So they, on their budget, they're already shorting you 86,000 or 96,000.
That's a lot closer to where we're at now.
Well, I understand that.
I mean, a lot closer
Yeah,
right
but
now.
based off of
Yeah.
that's where I suggested
Yeah.
that, you know, because everybody got a 1.4 increase in valuation.
Yeah.
And the sheriff got a 4.346 increase in valuation, or increase in his budget. And I was like, well, let's just take the 1.4 away from everybody, just to make it fair. The unintended consequences of that was we end up shorting the sheriff 100 and,
Well, in the
$6,000.
original,
Yeah.
when you said we'll take 1.4, we didn't touch the sheriff's
right,
budget
we
at all.
didn't.
So then, to get to the numbers that we were seeking, we went ahead and took the 1.4, which dropped it. We're still getting a 3% increase over last year, just not a 4.3.
So my question right now, because we can beat this horse to death, he's short $180,000
On that budget.
on that budget.
Yeah.
So, do we want to talk about the other budget?
I don't know why you guys keep saying short, because to me, we start with the money, the amount of money that we have, and then we spend that amount of money. We don't say, I don't like doing it the other way, but you guys keep going.
Well, my thing is, I hear what you're saying, Commissioner Bourbon, but I also hear what Ben is saying. So what I'm saying is, somewhere in the middle, it's gotta be a fix.
Some counties cut 10% across the board everywhere. I think that we're trying to go on.
No, I wanna hear you,
I'm
finish it.
Fine.
So do you wanna keep working on this budget, or you wanna flip to the other one and talk about that one too?
Well, I think we, before we proceed in dealing with the sheriff, we need to decide which budget we're gonna go
Right.
with, so.
Right. So which budget do you wanna work on?
I want to work on the last budget we worked on before we found out about the additional funds.
So
I
that's,
think any additional funds should be held for a year. That way you can get a solid projection.
Commissioner Beerbauer?
I do not wanna mess with the one that deals with the housing.
So we are in consensus. I too do not want to mess with the housing, the inmate housing fund. Okay, in this year,
We need to see if it's sustainable.
yes. Now, having said that, we're still short by the operators, by his statement, they're saying 186,000. How do we make up that 186, or we don't?
Well, so, if I may,
Sure, please.
when you say not mess with the reimbursement housing, is that just means it stays in the fund and rolls over until you find out whether it's sustainable? Is that what that means?
That's
There's
what
a-
I am saying. I don't know
Okay,
what everybody
so
else means.
that's the solution.
Well,
What she's talking about is the solution that you've got.
that's one of the solutions, sir. There are many solutions
True.
in there. And the
There
thing
are
is,
many
I don't want to
solutions.
speak out of turn because I want to take care of one problem before we go on to
Yep.
another,
Yep.
another issue, because it's like,
Yeah,
it gets convoluted.
it does, it does.
So I'm
It
not
does.
trying to
Okay.
convolute. So again, on this one,
We're in consensus not to deal with, so the budget that we're dealing with is the one that cuts the 189 out of the budget right now.
Okay.
And
So the budget that you're dealing with right now is the 2,280,000.
yes,
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Okay.
no, the
don't
budget
know
we're
if I-
dealing with, is,
For the, I'm talking about the sheriff's office.
Yeah, it should be 2.280,
860.
I have 858.
yeah, 858, yes.
Yeah.
You round up.
Yeah, 857, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna work for $3.
Yeah.
So my question to you, sir, is there any room in that budget that the sheriff can shave anything? We, like the three of us gone through our budget, we're shaving as much as we can. And I know it's a big ask, but I have to ask.
Because all of our expenses have gone up.
So that's where we're at now. What was the number on the one, when it was 5.9, that was 2.3? Miss Dare, you wrote that down. What was it, 2.3 million off of that? I saw you mouth it, that's fine.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, sir?
On the budget we were just talking about, the bottom line on that. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I thought you had written it down.
3,300,347.
Okay. So that's only 20,000 difference right there from after we cut it. That's the number it was before we cut it. That's why I was wanting to come back to that number.
So,
2, 3, I'll write it down this time, so. So before you shaved off, before we shaved it from 4.3 to 3, it was 2,300,000.
okay,
That would go down.
So,
Not me.
not my phone.
It is your phone.
It is your phone.
And I'm not answering. They're trying to sell me insurance.
Oh,
Or,
Just say no.
What about the vehicles?
Be on top of that. You leave those in there too.
Yeah, that's fine. You agree we'll be able to do it. We'll be cutting it pretty short,
You would.
real short.
So I'd suggest if the number that you read, Chair, is the number we're sticking with, what I would suggest is take the jail repairs and take those out of the sales tax fund. Which he's been using his own fund for that. I'd take the jail repairs out of the sales tax fund instead of Fund 120, the operating fund.
so instead of 250, you want more than 250? Because right now,
I wouldn't make it more than 250, I'd code them directly into the sales tax fund. Don't
like the
transfer
sheriff
anymore.
come here every single time that he needs
Yeah,
repair?
don't transfer anymore. Just code it right out of that sales tax fund.
I don't think I'd have to need approval.
so what you're saying is you want to go ahead and have us approve that instead of coming each time there's a repair.
Which
Yeah.
is what would happen
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Right, right.
So we're not really
I mean,
cutting anything?
you get the check runs anyway to approve
They
on
have
them.
to check those too.
Yeah.
It's outside of his, they control that budget, so.
Correct.
Technically, he would have to.
Correct.
A technicality.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would suggest to happen. When he's got 52,000 in his budget right now, and that was back in June for jail repairs.
May I ask a question?
Well, let's just hang on for a second. Commissioner Tran, Commissioner Milburn, thoughts?
what was the final dollar amount that he's looking at, 2.3 million?
It's 2.28, right? 2,280,000 is what we cut it down.
500 and, okay, so we're using that number.
That's
Yeah.
what we cut it down
Yeah.
to.
So 228. Okay. That's not adding to the bottom line, but that's kind of like still spending, right?
Just taking it out of a different piggy bank.
Right.
So I have one question, if I may. One question. Madam Clerk, this question's for you. Are there any other kitties, are there any other funds within the county that the commissioners are not aware of at this point? Is there any other pot of money that we can tap into that we have not spoke about here?
There's pots of money that we can't tap.
I understand that.
The question was any
Yeah,
that
you
we
got a
could.
list of
Any that we
those.
could.
I provide the financials every month.
That's not my question, ma'am. My question is, are there
Clerk.
any of them?
Will you just list all the funds, even the ones we don't control?
So it's in your financial packet every month?
Will you
have
just list them for
balances.
Commissioner Tran?
For what?
Will you list them for Commissioner Tran?
Every fund, I don't have that in front of me. I'd have to go pull up a financial report. I can't list off the 300 that we have.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of funds out there.
I mean, that's
Oh,
not
no,
a fair
but we-
question to ask me. Are you asking, is there someplace else he can have money?
No, I'm asking, like, is there a fund somewhere else that we are privy to, that we as the commissioners control, that we could use to fund the sheriff or anybody else within the county?
You have a very small amount in equipment reserve, very small amount, $40,000 maybe, and this jail sales tax, and it's very specific on what it could be spent for.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay, so my take on this is that if we allow the jail repairs to be taken out of the jail's sales tax fund, or the jail courthouse fund, and that allows us to leave the cuts that we made the other night, that gets us to the bottom line that we wanted to get to, and so it takes care of what you need to take care of in your budget.
We hope.
And- Right?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's always a fingers
I'll
crossed
watch- I
anyway.
mean, I'll watch my spending, but I don't know what's gonna happen in the future.
Right,
That's what's
right.
so tough about
Right.
the public safety part of it.
Right.
Yeah,
But I will watch my spending to make sure that we
Absolutely.
are not spending willy-nilly or anything like that.
right.
Absolutely.
I don't think you have in the past, so,
So I'm just
yeah.
saying,
So,
it's gonna be cut.
Okay.
What he's explained to me and what he has showed me is gonna be very,
very
very
tight.
tight.
I think everybody's very tight. That's why when we started cutting to get to this
Well,
number.
like I said, this has been an ongoing issue for years, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Somewhere we're gonna have to do
Yeah,
something.
and there's a couple things that actually fluctuate fairly wildly, and they're all related to inmates. I'm just being honest with you.
Right.
You gotta be able to forecast that.
Right,
All
and
of
it's
it.
hard to forecast.
Meals,
on
medical
that.
transportation, when you look at 23 through 25, they're fluctuating.
Yeah,
So
your
if they
me-
go up, they go down. I mean, we'll have to deal with it
And
and
your
be back
medical,
to you.
yeah, your medical and stuff, those are, we send them in, they're repriced and stuff. Once they're repriced, we do our best to turn it over to the county attorney's office for restitution to the courts. 99.9% of the time, the court is not gonna order that. That's what kills us.
Yeah.
If we can get the court on board, we can get the county attorney on board, but it's the judge you gotta convince, and they will not
Right.
will
right.
not do restitution.
I mean, that's the way the
And that's the
system,
way we've
the way it
fought
works.
that ever since I
okay,
became sheriff.
okay.
Sheriff, when you house inmates for out of county,
I pay for their medical
okay,
and their prescription.
okay,
Yeah.
That's part of the agreement.
okay.
Okay, well, let's keep our fingers crossed. That's, I'm acceptable to that. I mean,
I'm acceptable to that too.
Somebody better grow this county,
somebody better what?
grow the county.
And then
That's on
can I
us.
send you the
That's the next thing.
reshuffle of the numbers? Okay, we'll get together on it. Thanks.
All right.
May I ask a question?
Well, we're gonna have other comments here pretty quick, so.
Can I hear what the clerk has to say?
And we're gonna put it to a vote, so.
What is it pertaining, if I may ask?
It's pertaining to the current financial state that the sheriff's in, and I would like to ask a question of Ben.
Good Ben.
I don't care.
Then
Yes or
I'm
no?
with that.
Okay, so,
This is current to date.
Yeah.
Do you have any concerns? I projected out, we've had 18 pay periods, multiplied it by the average. These are gonna be fine,
Yeah.
payroll-wise.
Yeah.
You drop down here and you take this off your bottom line that's left. This is all we've got left to spend. Does that concern you?
Yeah,
Okay,
it does.
same.
Yeah.
And so if we don't have
Yeah.
more money coming in here, we're gonna be moving money to cover it, either from the sales tax
Yep.
or from the general fund, and they need to know that.
Yep.
Okay, now, I mean, because the conversation was between you two that you could have done out in the lobby, share so
No, I
that.
don't think that's fair.
I do think it's fair, because you asked for a question, and this is an open board, and then you went and stood beside him, and nobody in this room, including me sitting at this table, was able to follow that conversation.
I
Here you
gave
go.
it to you. Would you like?
It's
for
the
me to
bottom
explain?
line.
No, well, I couldn't follow along, I didn't know what you guys were talking about
I
right
wanted to
there.
make sure that he agreed with my statement.
Yeah, what she's pertaining, what the conversation's pertaining to is the sheriff's Fund 120 and the current expenses.
What are we looking at on that list, Ben, please? The 120 dash what?
Well, all of it.
All of it?
It's
Okay.
the fund itself is what I'm talking about. What she's done is something I would have done too, and that's just, is forecasting out the remaining budget that he's got, and what the projected sheriff and corrections wages would be for the rest of the year, and how much total that would be. If you project that out, how much is left during the year? And that's the bottom number at 46,378. Should there be no vacancies at all within his funds.
Right,
And then him spending all of what he's been allowed to spend.
correct.
And what she's saying is that if it goes over that 46,000, then there'll be one or two things happen, money coming out of either the general fund or the sales tax fund to be able to cover whatever that overage is,
Right.
which is what the previous commission had to do last year.
What's the probability of it going over?
With 46,000, and we've still got 3 months left in the year,
And half of September hasn't been vouchered by the treasurer.
so that, it's probably pretty high.
Of how much money?
I'd say plus or minus 150,000.
You still got overtime and everything figuring for salaries.
Yeah, salaries are probably pretty legit where we got them.
Yeah.
And our cash, or our general fund cash reserves right now for 2025 are setting at what?
$128,700.
Yeah, so.
So what's gonna happen
this
when
doesn't-
we're
this
out of
doesn't-
money, we don't
sales
have
tax.
any more to pay the difference on
This
these
doesn't
things?
show.
We have,
That's
we
getting ready
have,
to happen.
we have deputies that don't go on patrol. We
Yeah.
have things that don't work. We have
Yeah.
things that people don't
Yeah.
do.
I mean,
what
it's
they-
getting ready to happen.
Yeah,
What do you mean by deputies won't go on patrol? That's not the case.
well,
Yeah.
do we give them an IOU? How do we pay them, is what she's asking.
This doesn't, let's, just as a clarification, this year-to-date also doesn't include any transfers in from the jail sales tax fund. And in '25, what was budgeted is 250,000 out of the jail sales tax fund into Fund 120, the operating fund. Doesn't count any of that. I would assume that's the first place you'd go for it, right? And what you saw Monday that the clerk handed everybody was a pro forma, right? A pro forma that shows how much would be transferred every year through the end of that sales tax. But right now, this doesn't have it, so the likelihood of you coming out of the general fund's probably pretty small.
We did propose a transfer of 250,000 in 2025.
Yeah, I'm just saying this doesn't have it in it yet because it happens at the end of the year. So the 46,000 difference doesn't
That
take
don't
that.
include
It
that?
doesn't include that. That's what
So
I'm saying.
then we're good then, is that right? Because we projected we
What
were
she,
gonna
what she just, what she
transfer.
wanted to make sure is this body understood that.
Well, I understand it because
Yeah.
it's right here in the 2025 budget.
Right, okay. Yeah, just make
Is
sure
that-
that everybody was aware.
As long as, yeah. Well, it will have to have a budget amendment to account for any
Right,
reimbursements
right.
it gets from an inmate fund.
absolutely, yeah, that's right. Yep, which is fine.
What?
Any amount
Anytime you pull
over,
money from another budget,
right, any
you're gonna
money,
have to do an amendment.
exactly, any amount of money over 46,000, we'll have to bring back a budget amendment, which is fine, I mean, it's.
Why do we
we've
need
done it 100
why do we
times.
need an amendment if we budgeted for the 250,000?
That's the
Why
cash
couldn't you just
side.
utilize it?
It's-
That's the cash side,
Because you brought in more revenue
right.
in the fund, and so therefore he spent more money. And so therefore he's exceeding his budget because he had more revenue come in.
You're not spending the money, are you? You're not spending the money that's
If
coming
there's,
in?
if there's money by the end of the year that needs to be, that is associated with that reimbursement, yeah, it could go over the budget that's been allocated. The source for that would be the reimbursement, the housing reimbursed money. It's not property tax, anything else, it's the reimbursed money, or the transfer from the 250. I mean, from the sales tax.
He has to come in and out.
which essentially I do that. We just spill it out at the time. So if there was $100,000 jailbreak, not jailbreak, that's a friend, jail repair.
Don't say that.
A jail repair that needed to be happening, and we didn't foresee that, then what we'd have to come back in is increases line item for 100,000 in order to make that repair happen. Now, what we're saying is, in order to make that repair, and we also have the money to do that, as a body, you just have to allow that to happen. By statute, his budget's set until you amend it. And what we'd be asking you to do is amend it at that point using the housing reimbursement money.
And that's just for tracking purposes?
For
Because we
tracking
gave you
purposes and by state law.
$75,000 for a car, and so does that require a budget amendment at the end because it wasn't budgeted for?
It came out of the jail sales tax, I believe, didn't it?
Isn't this, the whatever overage this is, coming out of the jail sales tax? I thought that's what we just said.
If, let's say this, if there's $2.2 million in budget appropriation, bottom line, and because of a jail repair, it goes to 2.3. In order to go above that 2.2, we'd have to ask you guys to amend the budget
Why
to
would
go
we
to
have to go to
2.3.
2.3? Why couldn't we just pay it out of the jail sales tax, just like we did the car and not require a budget
You could.
amendment?
You
But it's
could.
gonna have
That's
to
your
be
point.
him
That's
coming
your
and
prerogative.
asking for that
Okay,
to be
I'm
That
just
would be your
saying,
prerogative.
we're
You could pay it
doing
out
a
of that.
bunch of different things, a bunch of different ways, and we
Yeah.
could be conforming.
That completely up to you guys.
So there's
That's
two
the
different
way-
ways.
yeah.
Either we can
Exactly.
come in for the budget and ask for it, or we
Gotta
can
hear
come
it.
up there and
Right
ask
when
for
it
it.
happens and ask for it
and
right
for
then
it
and
to
there.
have it
And
come
that
out of the
sounds a
jail
little bit
sales
better
tax.
to me because it's not nearly as confusing. And we're
That's
doing
fine.
it the same way
Yeah.
every single time.
We can do that that way. That's fine. Yeah.
So we good?
Yeah, I mean, we're good with that, with these adjustments.
I mean, we're gonna have to be. I mean, that's,
Right, right.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're
Yeah,
at.
and, cause yeah, I mean, the budget that and we're not talking about the other one, so the budget that we're working on right now is the one that we cut, a lot of different departments, and so, I mean, we're gonna have some pinches, so. All right, so, thank you.
You have a question? I thought you had a question.
I did, but I don't know if you guys did you want to talk about your jailhouse fund?
We're here. Jail.
The fund, the $300-some thousand.
The inmate revenue funds
Yes.
from housing inmates?
Yeah, did you want to talk about it, or you just want to forego that till Monday?
What would you like to know?
What's your take on it? I want your opinion on it.
Well, Monday, they're bringing in the resolution that your attorney and our attorney and you guys all worked on, so I'm just bringing that out there now.
Right,
too.
all I'm asking for is an opportunity to hear. I'm not making a decision, I want to hear it, I want to hear what you guys, that way I have the weekend to digest this, please.
I had talked to Ben about this, and I had kind of sent to Jacob, the attorney, for the jail revenue, and this could help out a little bit, and it kind of shows, I'm trying to work off the good faith of the revenue stuff. You guys have already made the motion, or the discussion, to leave the jail revenue where it's at, not to touch it and stuff like that. My suggestion was, and like I said, I still have to get a hold of Jacob, he pretty much agrees with me, I believe, that whatever revenues that come in, as it's set up in the resolution, the sheriff's office will get 60% of it, the county then will get 40% of it. The 40% of what you guys do with it, that's up to you. The 60% that I get will be a separate line item that the money will build up. So in case if something does happen, $100,000 water break or something at the jail, instead of coming to you guys to adjust my budget and everything else, I have that safety net of the jail revenue. So I have to watch what goes on. And here's another good example of that too, would be we're discussing the car issues and stuff right now. That would be a good suggestion to say, okay, I have saved all this money through all these months of collecting revenue for inmates. People keep looking behind me like there's somebody that shows up.
Just me.
It's starting to scare the hell out of me. But then I could say, then I can come to the board and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to enterprise. They need X amount of dollars. I have X amount of dollars in the jail revenue fund that's sitting off to the side. We all agree to it and we roll on. Then we know that we can figure that into the next year's budget because it's starting. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And so that's what I was looking at. That's something I was discussing with Ben about and also with Jacob. So I think that's pretty fair.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be built into that resolution.
Any other questions for the sheriff or Ben?
Okay.
All right, appreciate you guys
Thank you,
stopping
sir.
in.
I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
All
So
right,
we're
so,
back,
what's that, sir?
so we're back to this budget of with the mill levy of 56.765, correct?
Right. Before we move on to our discussion, I have here for Bourbon County Conservation District, Mr. Pollock. Is that you, Mr. Pollock? Okay,
Yes, sorry.
yeah. He wanted to speak regarding the budget, so.
I just told the sheriff, this room is the only place that I wish that he would follow me instead of the rest of the world. Anyway, hi guys.
Good evening, or afternoon.
Okay, so I've never been formally introduced to Mr. Tran. Hello, nice to meet you.
How you doing, sir?
Anyway, where am I going? Okay, I made a few notes. Where are we sitting? Can you give me, I see these papers floating around. I am a little behind schedule. I try to watch as many meetings as I can.
So
Where are we sitting at today?
for
As of-
conservation?
Yes.
Yeah, 25,000.
Okay, well, I got some good news. I'm not gonna ask for any more money. Okay, I just know in a minute though. I watch these meetings and you know, the NGO, it's no offense to anybody here, the NGO just bothers me. You know, it's you know, the soil conservation districts are a primary local unit of government responsible for conservation of soil, water, natural resources within this county's boundary. Okay, it's kind of a subdivision of state government. It was established with both local and state funding. There was a cooperation between the two, and it's imperative that there is both. So what does that mean? What does that mean? The people of Bourbon County vote on the supervisors, okay? Can come to an annual meeting, people of Bourbon County. I wish everyone would come. I wish I would get voted out of this thing at some point. So, you know, so what that does, so the supervisors, we we shape policy, tailored to our county's needs. Instead of Topeka telling us what we need in this county, or Washington DC, our soil conservation district gets to tailor how the state cost share monies basically are spent within this county, whether that be, you know, brush control or water filtration, anything. I mean, it's a long list. I mean, we revisit it every year. And so basically what we're doing is we're trying to tailor what's best for Bourbon County. I don't have all the paperwork. I'm not fully prepared as I'd like to be. Bourbon County is really good at getting state cost share dollars back to the people of Bourbon County. If you look at, and I can provide this at some point, I just don't have it right now. You know, we run in our little area right around here, we run higher than every other county at moving, you know, the dollars back. I don't know if you guys ever got this. We usually give up to commissioners. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I'm not gonna ask you to look through it right now. That it's got your name on it.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't be getting the wrong one now. But I mean, you guys look through that at your own time. I'm not gonna ask you to do that today. You guys got a million things on your mind. Forming a relationship with our, you know, local commissioners though is one of we've got to do it. I wrote a few things down, but you know, it's hard to explain that. And I really would like to thank the budget committee. You know, we're in a little better shape state funds this year. We're always in that gray area because we get both state and county funds. For 78 years, the conservation district is 80 years old this year. For 78 years, we've been in the general fund. You know, as of recently, we've moved into contingency funds and, and it's just imperative to me that we've got to do a better job asserting our place at this table. And that's on me. I'm not the guy that really is built for up here, but I've got to do a better job. I usually like to bring Ronnie Brown with me and ask if everybody's drinking a glass of water today. It's usually because of that guy. I mean, he was instrumental in bringing our water supply to this county. And a couple years ago, I had talks with commissioners that this county is pretty uninhabitable without our water supply. I mean, that's where we are. It's always a what have you done lately for me? And it's hard to quantify all that. But if I didn't think that we were needed, I wouldn't be here. I also, in that packet, I did include the conservation district law. That was a state statute, the formation of the conservation districts. It's in the back, it's in the loose page. But anyway, I'm really looking for your support, and like this year, I feel we're kind of adept. I'm all for lower taxes. You guys are fighting it. I'm all for, yeah, let's do it. So that's easy peasy, and I'm gonna get out of the way, but just moving forward, because we may not always have that state leg to lean on, and I may be the squeaky wheel at some point, so.
Are
I
you
guess-
okay now as far as your assets?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
are you gonna have to
we're gonna, I mean.
Get rid of things
Not,
because of
not
what
right
we've
now.
had?
No, we're okay. I mean, that's our, I can't really sit up here and I guess the non-NGO statement, yeah, you guys don't have to fund us, but I think it's imperative that you do. It will cease to exist. There is a presence of soil conservation districts or natural resource districts in basically every county in the United States. And I mean, it would be it wouldn't bode well for me. So, I mean, I do believe, especially in the heartland, I just think, this is looking out for our tax base in the future. I mean, we're an ag community.
Absolutely.
You guys got a mission statement. I read through it the other day. It's got agriculture right there in it, and I feel like the Soil Conservation District is just trying to look out for that asset. And, whatever we can do in the future, I would like an opportunity to form the relationships with you guys so we can, it's, the last year or two's been a little challenging, a lot of moving parts. And so we've tried to stay and let you guys cook, and I think we can move on this year. I mean, I don't want to, you guys got plenty ahead of you, but we will be in next year. So that's about all I got. I would like the time at some point to talk with you guys individually. I do pretty good work from a tractor cab in western Bourbon County. I don't really, this isn't my wheelhouse. So, and that's really all I got. I'd like our budget, but we can sustain without it. And I think, of all years, this seems like the year to just be happy and move on. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I feel comfortable with that. So anyway, that's about all I got for you guys today.
Right.
And like I say, I would really love to, I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get to you, all of you. I don't know how, but I'll do it. And we'll just go from there, so.
Thank you. You got questions for him?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
It's very nice to meet you.
Okay.
So, this is very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
This should have come to us, boom.
So
Boom.
normally we do this early,
Yeah.
and we went with the committee.
Yep.
It was presented to them, and that's on us.
Um,
I was the one that said we're gonna let everybody cook, let you stay out of the kitchen, and anything, we're fully transparent.
I'm a numbers, I like quantification. You quantified it for us. Not all NGOs are bad. We just
Yeah.
need to make sure that we're funding the proper
Oh, yeah.
NGOs. Make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So there's NGOs that do a lot of good work, and there's NGOs that just, in my humble opinion, that just
Gotcha.
fleece the taxpayer. Okay?
So am I still an NGO?
You're still in MG. I didn't say you're not bad. I didn't say you're bad at MG. You're still in
I
jail.
just want to be, I just want to be out of
It's
that.
just kind of like a 501c, you know?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's fine.
You can be a 501c too.
Okay.
But
So-
thank you very much for this.
Okay, well, you thumb through it, and like I say, at some point, we will discuss it.
Yes, sir. It was a nice meeting.
Okay, thank you, guys. I
Hang
appreciate it.
hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Commissioner Milburn, do you have anything for Mr. Pollock?
No, I wish everybody that came to this table had the grit that you're,
Well, I had to follow the sheriff,
That-
so
that-
I always know when I
that
follow the
yours had
sheriff.
and said, you know what?
I mean,
I don't think it works, but we're gonna make it work. That's what we need in this county.
I'm a taxpayer also,
And so,
I mean, at the end of the day, if sustainability is part of our gig, and if things aren't sustainable, it doesn't work. So, I mean, we're just gonna tighten the belt and we're gonna make it work, so.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
for
the
working with
the
us.
only thing I gotta say is I missed some meetings early on that, Mandy had invited me to, and, just the schedules just didn't line
Oh,
up
yeah.
right, and, but I wholeheartedly believe in what you guys are doing. If you look back at the history and why conservation
Yeah,
has come
and that's
on
a whole
board,
nother day story.
you know.
I mean, we
Yeah,
could
I
spend
know.
a
I mean,
long time on the history.
It could take up the whole day just discussing Dust Bowl and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So it's imperative that we are good stewards, even of our money as well as of our resources as well.
Yeah.
We or at least I am looking forward to working with you guys in the
Okay.
future. Yeah.
Well, you can count on it, so, thank
Yeah.
you, guys,
All right.
and you guys get back to cooking.
All right.
Have a
Thank you.
good one.
thank you.
You too.
All right. And before we move into our discussion, is there any other questions from the group out here? Okay. Mrs. Dare. And I say this because once we start, there's no other
It has to be a
conversation.
budget discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. I mean, that's my questions. I didn't know that we're on, I don't know. Kinda wish the sheriff or Jen would have stayed. Because here are my questions. How many years has the sheriff gone over his budget? How long is it sustainable to continue to take funds from the jail's tax fund? How much would have been saved if we paid off the jail in 5 years, 8 years? And then, I guess I would like, and I would like your prerogative. What is the reasoning behind not touching the 300K? Because when you left here Tuesday, I kind of felt like it was going another way, and now I feel like you all went a different direction. And I tend to, anyway, I'll let you talk. I mean, if you don't want to answer any of my questions or don't have the answers right now, that's fine. I kind of get that.
I'll give you my reason.
Okay.
My reason for not messing with the 300K is projections. If we lower the mill with it and it don't project the same next year, then we just turn around and raise the mill because do you know if it's sustainable? I don't. They don't. It'd be much wiser to use it towards a 100-year expense.
100
Until
year-
you know,
What do you mean 100-year expense? Explain that to me. I mean, I'm-
like something that you don't have to do very often, not general maintenance.
Oh, okay. So right now, it's my understanding then that 300K is untouchable. Is that correct?
There'll be a resolution on Monday that'll answer a lot more of those questions.
Okay, all right, then I'll just be patient. I'll just
It
wait.
will?
Well, it's going to outline how that money is going to be handled. I mean, that's why a resolution's there. It establishes the fund and then what the sheriff just sat right there at the table and said he was willing to do with that fund.
I
And
have
then-
not seen that resolution, so
Huh?
I've not seen that, so,
I don't think anybody at this table has seen that. That's the point of me asking the question.
okay.
And to answer your question, Mrs. Dare, I don't know what I don't know, and I need to mull it. I'm not going to make a decision on an issue that was injected at the 11th hour, where I didn't have a chance to research it, I didn't have the chance to look at it, because when I look at it, it's like, we had 10 grand in that fund, and then 6 months ago, roughly, we had, or not 6 months, in the middle of the year, we had like 100-some thousand, all of a sudden we're up to 300,000. And yeah, it looks really, really good. And I understand where people, you know, in the county are like, hey, that's money, I got it. I understand that. But as a leader, I have to take a look at everything in totality. It's like, how do we make this money work for us? Can we, as this body, take some of that money and put it in a fund so that it can earn some interest, so that we can go ahead and fund equipment, or fund construction, or fund a modernization program, or fund whatever it is that the people require. Nobody at this table, to my knowledge, has a want. I don't have a single want here. I don't want to do anything other than make sure, the only want I have, in all honesty, is I want to make sure that I use your money as frugally, as conservatively as possible. It is not my money, it is your money, okay? So I don't know how this is gonna work out. That's why I asked the question. I'm gonna spend the weekend doing research. And yeah, I heard this story, you know, Lynn County to revenue neutral because of jailhouse. Great. Let me dive into that. Let me dive into some other stuff. How did they do it? Is it apples to apples, or is it apples to kumquats? I don't know. Make sense?
I don't think that story's true.
But I don't know. So
I talked to those commissioners.
okay. So I hope that helps you understand where my point is. In the end, I understand the sheriff needs money. He's brought a lot to the table to do, and some of it definitely he's going to need. For sure. And some of it we might, I mean, he's worked with us, the vehicle. He went from 11, I think we talked down to half maybe. We'll see. I guess the whole thing I'm trying to do, Mrs. Dare, is for far too long, and I shouldn't say that, for the past 2.5, 3 years that I've been here, I've watched this commission intently, and we have not been able to work together with the other elected officials, and that's what I want to do. You know, everybody has their own agendas also. I don't. I want to just make sure we provide for the people. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right,
I have one.
Mr. Walker.
It will take a minute. It's quick. You all got one of these,
Yes, sir.
and it comes from the Pittsburgh Sun. It gives you the weekend to digest it, and I highly suggest you might talk to that sheriff down there. He's not very happy with his Remington product.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so before we begin our discussions,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna take a 3 to 5 minute recess.
All right, sir.
Sounds good.
1 hour. 1 hour left. We got a hard stop at 6. Like somebody's in the middle of their sentence or word.
Where's that in the resolution?
I'm out. I don't know. I got an email or something about it.
Ring the cowbell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a chat GPT on hard stop.
keep forgetting to, call you and tell you that, take me off that trip this December. I don't know how, when the deadline or whenever we can cancel, but.
I hope those are cancelable. Everybody's backing out.
Well, I would like to go, but just things aren't gonna work out that way, so. Just way things happen.
Anybody going?
No. It's expensive. It's like $600 motel, $500.
I got a
If
free
there's
bag.
anything I'd want you to spend money on, it's in order to learn how to do what you do better.
But it's not
How
a
about the
teaching, it's not a
online-
teaching conference, this one isn't.
No, it's a networking.
But the new commission conference will not be until 2027.
But they're not teaching those classes that we learned, that we went to in January at this one, so,
I found it very
yeah.
informative
Huh, yeah.
when I went to it in Wichita.
So I've been on the Kansas Association of Counties website, and there is a list of classes. Some are in person, and
And-
some are online.
And that
Jay Hall
101,
said he would be doing one for us,
Ah,
is what he told me.
what do you mean? Okay, I guess I would appreciate seeing.
is it the 101?
Well, never mind.
Why are you limping?
There's a bunch of reasons why I'm messed up. But the VA's got that file.
All right, so I guess we're all back?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's proceed. So we have a consensus to the budget that we're gonna be working off of. So is there any changes to what we've already agreed upon that you wanna add to this? So we'll start
We
with,
already agreed on. You have to bring up that
you wanna
color chart.
you wanna review it?
I don't,
Do you still have that color chart, Madam Clerk?
it was late.
This is all I have.
Okay.
So all those color coded things are gone?
Yes,
Oh darn.
I mean, these are your budgets, the variance, this is what you,
So let's just look at that budget. You got it, right? Okay, so we'll start with, page 6A, is that where we started? Where it lists all of ours, that's what you're on right there, right?
yeah.
And for clarification, that budget that we're producing here, that budget that we're working off of, just so I make sure
Yeah.
I'm, hang on, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That budget that we're working on came off of this budget. This is the budget that we used on, we came to on 9/17/2025. This is the version. Because this is the document I used last week when we created this.
What's the last number on yours? That way we can align them, because I
It
don't
was-
know.
This is what I have.
It was,
57.550?
hang on, man, I'm trying to get.
That's the revenue neutral.
Well, yeah, I
No,
know.
the 50, it was 59.391.
No, 56.
That's the one we started with.
Yes,
was
that's the one we started from.
Before we cut it down to the
I
56.
thought we started with the
Is that what we're going
57.
back to?
Are you got the
No, 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 no.
57.550?
He's wanting to make sure that this budget that we're at 56,765 is the one that we started, when we started, before we got it to that number, it was the 59.
Yes,
I can't tell you that because we've made all these changes on it.
well, just for your edification, Chair, I'm using this document. Because this,
Okay.
I've been asking for copies every time I leave this form.
Can I see?
Yes, ma'am, you're more than welcome. This is the one where the cash reserve was $451,800. And that's the one where,
Oh, yes, 57.550.
Right.
We have the same document.
okay, so,
We should name these.
well,
Revision numbers.
Yeah.
I would concur.
Okay.
So what
So what
page?
did we, okay, so we started with 450,000 in
Hey, Sam.
cash reserve.
Yes, sir.
So where are we
Let's
at?
name this. Let's name it revision
Well,
9.
mine was 9/17/2025 version. That's what I put on there.
I like
9/17,
version
2025.
Yeah, version 9/17/2025.
Okay.
Down to 202,360 on cash reserves.
Okay,
What
so,
was it again, I'm sorry?
202,360.
Okay.
well, what does that mean, ma'am?
maybe, because this 18,945 that's down there is probably all these changes that y'all made up here.
Okay,
I
well,
just
let's,
haven't changed the actual document.
let's just move on that, so let's go, all right. All right, I have some changes, I have some stuff.
Page 6A,
6A, yes, ma'am.
okay.
First thing I would like to do is the county attorney, the county counselor. We went from 96,000 to 75,000. I'd like that price to go back up to 96,000. But here's a kick.
Okay,
I want to take away the, the benefits.
okay,
So it would be a job that pays that amount, but no benefits.
okay.
I'm gonna change it directly on the document. And I'll have it.
And then would be, what would be the amount that we pulled? We said, how much was it for benefits? 30, 40,000?
Yeah,
I don't wanna talk about him individually.
I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the position. If you pay somebody 96.
27%, 27%, yeah,
Yes,
with benefits. Right, okay. Oh, okay.
From 75,000 to.
96.
To 96.
And take away.
Cancel budget, or
Yes,
benefits.
benefits.
So if there's any benefits in the budget for that right now, just remove them, Susan, it'll be fine,
Okay.
if there are.
Alright, so do we wanna list all of our changes and then go through and vote on them, or we wanna just discuss them as we go? And
I'm
if
just
we
gonna
got
listen to Commissioner
consensus-
Trans first. Is
Huh?
what I'd rather just listen to Commissioner Trans first. It looks like he has something prepared.
I would do it like this. This is what I'm looking at. Give me the bottom line. You guys agree? Great. You don't? Change what you want to change.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Were you able to capture the employee benefits, Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Thank you. The next one was I'm trying to find it. It was the administrative budget. I don't see it in here.
It's under county commission.
Oh, it's under county commission?
Yeah, that's why it
Okay,
looks, because
thank
it
you.
didn't have its own line item.
That one I would like to remove. I would like to remove that. And I
And
believe
that
that's
sets at how much?
25,000? I believe-
There's 35.
35, okay, I would like to remove that $35,000 from the budget, please.
All right, gotta get a calculator.
So there's no admin,
1, 4, 6,
okay?
Next change?
28370.
Turn our attention. And where is that, where am I at on, cash reserve, Madam Clerk, do you know, with this?
Your cash reserve won't change because you're just increasing levy unless you tell me to increase your cash reserve. Do you want me to take the savings that you've had and put it back into cash?
Yes. Yes. Because I need to see it. Sorry, I got my eyes. So what's the bill levy?
I can't tell you that until I put these other numbers in there.
So the estimate right now is 57.36. So the 2026 mill estimate for mill rate is 57.10. And what's the cash reserve?
282.
282. So if I gave back $32,000, would that drop the mill rate?
Give back like
Like,
Deducted something else?
yeah.
Yes.
So that would go to 56.87. You'd still have $250,000 in cash reserve.
What else did you just deduct? What was 32?
The cash reserve, I had 280-some thousand
Oh,
dollars.
you took it out of
I
cash
took 30-some
reserve.
thousand, I just
Okay.
made it flat 250.
So you went below revenue neutral?
Yeah, I
so
went
far.
below revenue neutral, and I still have $250,000 in cash reserve.
And that changed it to 57 point,
To change it to 56.87.
okay.
What other changes do you
Mic
have?
drop. Oh, sorry, just kidding.
Don't drop them because we've got to pay for them.
Yes, sir, I know. It's,
Any other changes?
no, sir, that's it.
All right. Commissioner Milburn?
I'm just gonna listen.
Okay?
I had no changes to the previous one. So if we want to discuss these three, or two change, well, these changes here, so, are you gonna make it as a, we're just looking at a consensus before we vote on this,
Yes.
before we vote on this deal here. I agree with the first one, the county counselor. I said that last week when it was, I believe Mr. Motley had said that when they proposed the initial amount, they were looking at maybe contracting this out. And I like the in-house that we have, so I'm good with that. The administrative assistant, what's your purpose for that?
What I'm hoping is, like, I'm hoping with the 5 on board, that the work, us going from 3 to 5, that gets shared. Make sense? That the workload gets shared. And I think right now, with all the cuts that, I can't talk for you two, for me, with all the cuts that I've requested that we do in the county, it would be hypocritical for me to support an administrative assistant.
Okay. Comment? No? All right, so what what I'm looking at that is the number one, probably the number one criticism that I have received from citizens is why do you need an assistant? And the reason why we created the position in the beginning was, and it became like the floater position, and can I use you? Okay, Jennifer had a great assessment of what she did in that position and how that helped the courthouse as a whole. So with that not being how this position is going to grow, I would say that I'd be on board to eliminate it.
Thank you.
So, yes, I like both of your changes. So my consensus is to change it and bring it down to 56.87.
I'm just listening.
Yes, ma'am. I know that you have some reservations, so I would love to hear them. If you have more cuts, I'd love to hear them too. I mean, because here's my take on it, Commissioner Milburn. We came into this exercise at 62 and a half, okay? And we were, let's be honest, the budget was fat. And that's not with a PH, that's with an F. And we have whittled it down to what we have. Before I became commissioner, before you became commissioner, and before Commissioner Beerbauer was voted in, everybody kept telling me, we don't have a revenue issue, we have a spending issue.
Okay.
And being here, I can see it. I can see how we have budget creep, but I'm not seeing mission creep. There's only a few areas within the county that have mission creep. LEO has a mission creep. Public Works has a mission creep. You know, and by a minor extension, our judiciaries have a mission creep by virtue of the LEOs. Make sense? But I think for the rest of us, we can get along with a lot less.
Okay. Well, then the only other suggestion that I would revisit is the one you guys said you'd revisit. The amount that we are allotting, to the office per the comparison I did with Allen County,
Okay.
for deeds.
And what are you saying, ma'am?
Just what I presented to you guys last week, where they are able to run with essentially one, but they have one that covers vacation that they sub out to appraisers. So,
So you're wanting to cut that down to what, 2.5 FTEs?
that was the proposal, just like it was in 2023 before we raised it for whatever reason was in those minutes that everybody was shared.
I'm willing to entertain that exercise.
To see what it does.
Could you,
It already is in there.
The only thing that it hasn't changed is the benefits. The benefits are
So-
still figured,
so you want to
For the
remove the
part-time.
benefits?
just like it was in 2023.
So how much was that?
I don't know what they added for that.
I think it only needs 10,000.
So we're going from the way it stands now, the way that it has developed into that is 3 positions, right?
3 full-time, yeah.
3 full-time.
Yeah.
So we're going back to 2023, which is 1.5,
2.5,
2.5.
which is still more than.
Still more than other
Yes,
offices of equal.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's the 25?
So what's that do to the mill?
What's that 25 from, 25,
You said 27% off the counselor.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at now? So we're down to 56.89 mil.
I really need to go, we're all over the place. I really need to go in and just make the changes so that it's more accurate.
Okay, before you do that exercise, ma'am, just bear with me. Before we change the whole, can you go down and tell me, the cash reserve is gonna stay the same, 250, correct? All right. I wanna make sure that, and we did go down a little bit, because what was it before, 56 point?
What is that, 56.87 with your
87.
adjustments?
Now that went up to 56.89, so we went up 0.2. You
By
know,
cutting benefits?
Yeah, that's why I don't understand, it went
I
up,
haven't cut benefits yet.
Okay.
okay.
I haven't jumped over that. I was just starting to write things down because
Okay.
it was going all over the place.
So are we good with what,
Are we in consensus
yeah, are
on
we in
that?
consensus with this right now?
I mean,
This is what I want. Are you good with it?
Fine.
Okay, are you, sir?
yeah,
So we have consensus,
so then let her make the adjustments.
please. Because I know somebody's got plans.
I do. This whole day was a whole bunch of compromise on all 3 of our parts, so I appreciate the giving me the And you guys got plans? I see you brought your lovely wife, so.
I didn't bring her, sir. When you say
All by
that,
myself.
Oh, by yourself.
yeah, when you say that, it's like you're alluding that, I tell her what to, I do not. That's the boss.
Well,
That is the boss.
I know. I'm in the same boat.
Yes, sir. She's just here to make sure,
Willingly.
she's here to make sure that I
Yeah.
don't mess up.
Willingly, I jumped in that boat, so.
That's everything. So 2026, we're at 55.737.
That's what we would end up with all this, with this version 9 last edition.
When do you need this? you need this finalized October 1st?
We need to finalize it tonight.
Oh, listen,
Well, we're gonna
I need to
send,
talk to, unless you're willing to make changes to the benefits, if they're excessive, you better find out what Don Doherty has to say first. It's the only word of caution I'm gonna give.
That was not a limiting factor that was presented all along. For the same reason, and I want to be very clear about this, Commissioner Milburn, I have utmost respect for you, okay? But to bring that issue to the table, just when we had come to consensus, throws a huge wrench in it, because unless Mr. Doherty can give me an answer, or give us an answer, within 24 hours, I really want this done.
I just got a voicemail from him, so that's why I said that.
Would you like to have a recess so you can speak to him?
I can, if you want me to.
all right, let's take a recess. Because, I mean, we got.
That gives
Yeah,
Madam Clerk time to do her thing.
Right, and I don't want us, I want this to be final tonight.
You do or you don't?
I do.
I do too.
I don't wanna keep this going, you know, one more thing gets added to it. You have a question? We're in recess.
You have a comment. I know, I can see the smoke coming out.
Yeah, you can. I guess, I'll dive in. Gotta get my head bit off. If we are going to compare ourselves to other counties in the amount of people that they have in their offices, we need to do it in every office, not pick and choose. So, we've talked about how many people are in other counties in the clerk's office, and the Register of Deeds office, and now the appraiser's office. But not the clerks, not the treasurers.
I hear what you're saying. You know, the only way we can fix that, Mrs. Dare, is to do a desk audit of everybody in the county.
What does that mean? Explain that to me.
So what
I
a-
mean,
what
I
a-
might sort of know, but,
A desk audit is a double-edged sword.
okay?
If I come in here and I audit your task, what you do, your job, you will either get a promotion or a demotion, or stay the same. So that's really the only way you can do that, and do it fairly, is to do a desk audit. So my point, and I've said this
Okay,
for the last 2.5 months that I've been in office,
okay.
quantify. I always ask for quantification. Give me your task breakdown. Tell me what are your tasks, break it down, and quantify it for me. Every task that we do in life, you can quantify. And I've yet to receive any quantification for tasks
From anyone?
from anyone.
But again,
That's,
Okay, and,
we're in recess, so you can talk.
yeah,
You
go
don't have to
ahead.
raise your hand.
I don't want to interrupt. So, why would we dictate the number of employees? Why would this not be like performance-based where you're given a dollar amount, you know, whatever department, you figure out how many people you need, and you make sure that you do not exceed what you were funded. So I'm trying to understand why.
That's what I was trying to say over here. I don't
Well,
think you were
I'll
even
tell
in
you-
here yet, so.
No, so I'm like, why are we dictating personnel numbers? That should be up to the branch chief to say, I have this pot of money, I have this amount of workload, I need these amount of employees. So long as you stay within your budget, do what you need to do to get the job done. So I'm curious as far as why we're focused on number
Because
of
you
personnel.
can't add people because employee benefits are taken out of a fund that is driven by the commission, so you'd have to ask permission.
I'm trying to
Right
get
now,
benefits in their funds.
the way,
too.
the way
Trying to do that.
the way the system is set up is that employee benefits is a whole separate fund and not in each individual fund.
But as long as you, sorry.
yeah,
as
no,
long as
that's
you work
fine.
the numbers though, before you brought a new person on, then check, make sure you have the money for the salary and benefits,
Mhm.
and then move forward. So I guess, like I said, I'm just trying to understand why we're focused on number of employees versus,
It's really not, it's not so much the employees as it is the savings in the fund that we're
That we control.
we're looking at. Because like, we went with the, early on in our cuts, we went, two of the departments we cut with, or that we looked at was IT and emergency preparedness. Neither one of them have personnel in those positions right at the moment. So we were able to adjust out of the employee benefits because there's nobody, because there was nobody physically sitting in there.
Because we don't have to replace those with FTEs.
Right.
So that was a huge
Yeah.
savings right off the top.
And I think maybe Jennifer can shed light on the treasurers. There's several of, there's, a lot of their employees are dictated by the state. I don't know if it dictates,
So is every other county.
I don't know if it dictates a number or not. That's my question.
Welcome.
It doesn't
It's-
dictate
I
how
hear
many,
what you're saying,
but it
Mr.
is by workload. I would assume that we
Yes,
put
the
people
money
in
that
there.
we receive from the
Right.
state is based upon the amount of work that we do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, Mrs. Dare, but why we're comparing apples to apples and stuff. It'd be nice if we didn't have to compare, but there's gotta be a benchmark. How we choose that benchmark, it's up to each individual commissioner at this point. I'm hoping with HR, I'm hoping with standardization and creating standard operating procedures through all our various departments, that we have rules and regulations in place that dictate how we operate.
Yeah.
Coming into the office, when I ask for SOPs, nobody has an SOP. How do we do this? I don't know.
That happened to me.
And it happened in front of my face. It's like, one day, they'll come to the commissioner's desk for whatever, and the next day they just do it. And I'm like, how's that work? So, I just received one SOP tonight. And I'm hoping to receive 3 more SOPs before, next week, the end of next week, and I'll craft them and present them to the commissioners, and we're gonna try to implement. HR is trying to do their best. Everything is slow.
And I mean, you take a look at this since January, when we come in and seated the 3 elected commissioners, and where are we at now? And so the path that we've traveled, and we've looked at policy manuals for employees. We're looking at, like he said, SOP. We haven't even begun to do strategic planning or comprehensive planning. But, and one of the things that we're gonna be looking at, hopefully next year or even before then, but start looking at what we're spending our money on and start getting a better handle of that, so that when we go into the 2026 to 2027 budget, we're gonna be a lot more focused on where we can make the cuts again. Because the bottom line, I mean, what I took from the revenue neutral hearing and listening to the citizens talk is they don't want to pay more taxes. So we got to start looking at how we are going to keep it that way and not increase, and so we got to reduce spending. And some of that may end up being personnel too. I mean,
Well, it already is, because you
Well,
stated here.
but we're
talking about the
working.
appraiser's office, and you're cutting it to 2.5 people. How, I don't.
No, I don't think anybody
And I'm sorry,
did that.
we'll clarify that. It wasn't it wasn't the appraisers, it was another office was that we
I
were
thought
looking at.
The last thing you talked
No,
about was.
no, it wasn't appraisers.
No.
We didn't affect his
I mean, the
office.
statement still kind of stands in that it feels.
What was your statement? I missed
You
it.
were out, it's okay. It's okay. There's a disconnect, I have a disconnect when you start affecting people.
She's wondering, the question
I
was,
have a problem.
and the
I
question was,
know.
and we're still in recess, the question was, why would we cut out of one, if we're comparing us to other counties like we did with that last office? Why aren't we comparing all of our departments to how other counties
I think
operate
they did.
with the
Yeah.
size of
And I think that was the
personnel?
justification for a lot of the raises, was comparison to other counties. So if we're justifying raises that way, then I guess we need to justify if it's,
The treasurer,
I can't,
Lane County has 4 in their treasurer's office, including the elected official, and I believe Allen County has 3, including.
they have more.
Elected official.
Lynn County has one more.
to answer, it's part of the things I've thought about, what you're saying here in my world is, you know, we have 35, 37 employees in Public Works. And it's like, man, and I'm not trying to dismiss anybody at Public Works. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm about to say doesn't affect that. But can you imagine if I had 37 Superman in Public Works? I mean, if I had 37 hard-charging people who just go, 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 do I need to grow more? Or can those 37 handle everything that comes out of the pipeline? People get sick, people retire, people they don't quite fit, so things move. So it's like, if you could build a team and keep that team cohesive, then we save one of the biggest issues, which is human capital. That's one of your biggest expenses, is human capital. But in this case, people are people, they're gonna do things. So we lose people, we gain people. You know, we gain people that don't quite work out. Next, we gain people that work out really good, but they found better employment. Next, we do the best we can.
I know, I understand that, I do. But it was stated several times on Tuesday, I just want it to be fair. And so simple numbers, in certain cases, it doesn't appear that way. So, I know that you all have worked hard. Budget committee worked hard. And I appreciate that because I have watched this budget process for the last several years and no one has worked harder at this than you all.
Well, for that, I thank you. I thank you for saying that, I really do. Because I mean, there's like, this job is not, I don't take this job lightly, okay? I go to bed thinking about this job, I wake up first thing, I think about this job.
Me too.
And I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. I'm trying to get the budget through so I can move on to other things. You know, we need a strategic plan. There's so much to do and so little time.
and I did this the other night, and then I deleted them, but we had this,
I'm listening.
we had a similar discussion when we were discussing what we were doing, the cuts and uncuts and that we did with the NGOs, with the non-government organizations. And the words were given there, fair versus equal. Fair is being, and I looked up, there's the impartial and just without favoritism. And equal means being the same in quantity, size, degree, whatever. So we're not, with the NGOs, we weren't trying to be equal because we left conservation and we brought everybody else either back up or the ones that were dictated by law. So, I mean, it's kind of the same concept that we're doing now with these different departments, is because we can't be equal across the board, because each department is different in how they operate. So we have to kind of be fair, looking at each department as an individual department instead of, you know, because it's just like today, we had the sheriff sitting there. Well, when you compare sheriff to the other departments, or even public works to other department, you're talking about the two biggest departments that generate, you know, the two biggest budgets, and also have the two biggest unpredictable expenses, because storms, crime, you just never get to compare or get a good projection on it either way. So maybe even moving forward down the road, we're going to, you know, look at things, and other places that didn't get it this time may get it next time. So you had a point to make?
May I come forward?
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's just
Yeah.
wait till-
Hey, before I forget, let me just tell you all what Dawn said.
Well, we have to do a meeting, right?
Well, we'll wait till we go back in the meeting. We're still in recess,
Gotcha.
because we're just kind of having some general conversation.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to discuss the treasurer budget and then the motor vehicle budget. So the money that we are asking for treasurer, we are asking for 2 employees plus part of the treasurer wages. the motor vehicle department pays for 2 employees plus part of the treasurer.
When I knew
So
that's
we're utilizing the funds that the state sends us for, being agents of the state to do motor vehicle. We're using that to pay for wages instead of asking the county taxpayers to pay that full amount for all 5 individuals in our office. So did that help a little
Yes,
bit?
it does, yeah. And I
Okay.
know you've said that before, I remember hearing bits and pieces of it, but it's been a lot, so.
Absolutely, and any questions that you or anybody in the audience, I'm here to answer questions. We try to do what we can with, the amount of personnel that we have. I've said before, we've been cut three positions in the last 10 years. It's very, very difficult sometimes, to make it all work. I jump in and help when I can, just like today, it's the end of the month, so, and they're doing renewals. So I just wanted to get it out there that we're only asking for 2.5, close to 3 wages from the taxpayers. We're using what has been paid into the state for the rest. So, do you have any questions though, Ann, for me, for treasurer, anything?
I did, but it left, so when it comes back,
Okay,
I'll let you know.
just
In
just
4
let me
days,
know.
she'll be in.
Yes.
be in-
Yeah, so, and-
be taking
And,
over.
and we've talked before.
Absolutely, I'm open.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
that has questions or anything, please come to me. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there that yes, we have 5 people, but county taxpayers only for
May
2.5,
I
3.
interject real quick? Is there anything that you need to tell us that would change that document?
I have
It's a
to know
simple
how
yes.
much,
Oh, go
well,
ahead.
I
Go
have to know how much what projection you figured for benefits of increase.
10%.
17. Figure that 17's the top, so you need
I was
to,
told 10%, so,
okay, well, we're at 95. And it may be,
yeah,
So-
nobody told me.
So we need to go more?
if there's a 17% increase, you will, or you change the structure of your benefits. You have choices. Nobody's ever backed into a corner.
Right.
We're talking 2026.
Yes.
And he may be able to negotiate, but if you're finalizing this today, you will back yourself into a corner if you don't put 17% in there.
If I put 17% in there, what does it raise?
Okay. So now, are we back in
Yeah.
session?
No, I
All
have
right.
one question.
Okay, well, so we're- for the out of question, or out of session,
out of-
yeah,
out of
go
session
ahead. Well, I didn't want to go back into
no,
session
please
because
don't.
we were
I'm
having
confused about
a,
whether we're in session or
Right.
not, so.
go ahead.
What was the justification for not taking the budget committee's recommendation on the county councilor and raising it up to 96,000 and being a contractor?
I'm sorry?
I
That
think that they
is,
saved that money through the benefits because he had the opportunity for benefits. We just took that away. I think that sounded like
What
was
was
his
the question? I'm
justification.
what was why
He wants to know
we,
why you made it a,
A $96,000.
why we
position.
adjusted
Because the
back
thing
off
is, like,
of.
when you go down to 75,000, I started doing research, like, if you're getting 75,000 for a contract employee, to be a legal contract employee, you might find somebody, you might, but are we gonna get the quality that we need? And it's not a want, it's not Sam wants this. The county needs a quality, Esquire. And the thing is, the one that we currently have has proven himself. You know, he has, some people, look, some people like me, some people hate me. I get it, okay? I get it, and it's no
Just
different
asking
from
for a
anybody.
financial justification.
Okay, the
I'm not
financial,
asking for personality.
Okay, well,
It'd be
wait, then my
benefit- it'd be
answer,
performance
benefits.
Michael.
reviews or anything.
Michael, so the bottom, I'm talking to her, that's why that came out. The
I made a
look-
face.
Yeah,
So,
hello,
you're in
exactly.
that between again.
yeah. so
You're in
what-
between.
Your financial justification was, we can increase it, okay, but take away the benefits. There was no need for the benefits.
My response to it is what you asked is the BAC, Budget Advisory Committee, was, the reason they put it at the price they did, they felt that was what contract, what we would do if we contracted that position out. What our consensus was tonight was that we feel that we prefer to have a physical county counselor as opposed to a contract company on that level. That's why we went back to
Well, I
that
only have one
expense.
snide remark on that.
Huh?
I'd like to have a present county councilor as well.
And
He works within the parameters that we set, so,
Well, he knew how far it was from Iola when he took the job.
yeah, but he's working in our parameters, so.
Okay.
All right, now,
so,
we will return to session.
That's very it seemed very session-like anyway, so.
I asked the clerk to add 7%, so we're up
Okay.
to 17%, correct?
For the benefits.
So now we went from 55 point something mil, I didn't write it down, it was 55.8 somewhere around there. We went from that to 56.65 mil.
Oh, how'd you get down to 55? Last time you were at 56 anyway,
That was
so.
doing what we did with the last cuts that you recommended.
Okay.
Brought it down to 55 point.
Okay.
So having said all that, do I still have a consensus on this budget sitting at, now went up to 56?
Yeah, that's, I was just doing that.
Okay.
But I've got to go change my.
But that's right there now, we're at
No,
56,654.
If we're staying with the 17%, I gotta go make one more change.
All right,
And if we're good with that, then I'm gonna ask Madam Clerk to go ahead and print out copies for us.
Okay,
And date it.
Yeah, dated,
yes.
version,
Version.
whatever this day is.
cover sheet.
Sorry, that was a blurt out.
No, it's
not
all-
allowed.
Just like watching waiting to see, the jury is out. He's
Like watching
innocent.
Stock market ticker across the page.
Nobody is innocent. Commissioner Beerbauer.
One,
6.678.
one,
56.678.
always is the one.
Yep.
That's surprising.
All right, madam, if you would please be so kind as to print copies out for
What did we end up with?
56 point.
So still below revenue neutral?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The only one, a tip, I don't look for one.
Has the college declared theirs yet, does anybody know?
Yeah, it's,
Yes.
So the only one that exceeded was the USD 234, what about 235?
well, college would have been exceeding also. but
Oh,
it's
they
flat-
did?
Flat levy.
Yeah, it,
Oh.
by 100, I want to say 40,000 increase that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of what our,
Dirty
and
over there.
then I don't know what the, school district did.
The newspaper said they didn't.
We got 20 minutes.
Well,
Well, we can stop before the hard stop.
No.
it's like, we still have a quorum if you
Well,
leave.
when it's
so-
done, it's done.
Yeah, because once she's done,
I got a few minutes to play
Okay.
with here.
there's one
Do we
last.
need the printed copies to make our vote?
Vote,
But we need her here,
yes.
yeah, to vote on this budget.
Yes. Because I
We
have,
worked it.
I
We
have
a-
something else,
We have a
I have
consensus.
something else to add to the budget, but not the budget, but to the process.
Okay,
But
Take
only
time.
after we vote.
all right. As long as it's not changing
No, I'm not changing anything.
because I do not want to do that again.
I don't want Ann Dare
I don't wanna
taxes
make
to go
10.
up.
I don't want to make 10.
Please.
It's going to anyway.
Well, but not by, it's a 7, 8, okay.
You looking at the gazintas? I think I got it below the CPI. I think I got it below 1.5% CPI.
CPI is 2.6.
I know, I'm pretty sure I got it down to like 1.5.
And that's today.
And if we don't levy enough money, then it's not our choice whether we cut services or not anymore.
That's all right.
Consider them cut.
You guys are packing up like it's time to go.
Oh,
We
yeah.
still have lots of work to do.
Well, I don't think anything else that I need to document. She's gonna be handing us a document, so. Still gotta go to Menards.
Gotta go all the way to KC.
Yeah.
I really don't like their jingle. It gets in the head and stays there.
You trying to get it in there early?
Yeah, because now it's in there now. You say Menards, that jingles in my head.
They call that the Midwestern National Anthem.
Oh,
Save big money at Menards.
now
What'd
that
you say?
everybody's had Michael.
Bite your tongue, bite your tongue. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And it's still daylight.
Yes.
Imagine that.
We're going home before 9:30. It's a good day.
That right. So I think we knew we had that hard stop and we cut the poop and just
What's
skipped a lot
that?
of words.
Yeah, if you think that did it.
I don't know what did it, but I think it's really all the work leading up to it. There was a very little left to do here, so.
I could show you a picture of my grandson.
Okay.
Well, that'll help on Monday's agenda where we don't have to.
Yes, sir. I did look at the, I don't know what the financials. Where is it? It was just there. Oh, goodness. There's nothing else in there that we could touch.
Yeah. I might be adding.
Well, that's
to
not a
the
new
agenda.
grandbaby. That one has a tooth.
Don't, okay, we're trying
Oh,
to get out
okay.
early. No, I'm just kidding.
Be a special.
Cute. I thought you said we just got him today. Like, he was
This
just.
is a picture of him today.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Like that.
No, I got a new
Baby has a
cousin
tooth.
yesterday.
Some of these I really have questions on. Can we talk about these or do?
Yeah, we're not out of anything.
Okay.
As long as it's
So what is
budget.
what is a special law enforcement fund?
Oh, you found the funds. Jennifer. Oh,
Special law enforcement fund.
there's a bunch of funds.
Mm-hmm. There is, but I mean, most of them don't amount to anything, you know?
Right.
Well, that's something we, that needs to be reviewed. When we start going through spending and funds and stuff like that, I really think we need to review everything that's
All
out
those
there
funds,
and
yeah.
start
Yeah, because when
streamlining
some
them.
funds you say can't be used
Yeah.
for operations, well then what do you use it for? Oh,
Right.
to-
Well,
to
that's-
donate to
yeah.
somebody or this, well, that's,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, there's
really,
certain
I
funds
think,
that are-
I think all
yeah.
funds should offset
Yeah,
the
there-
budget.
there are
That's just
certain
my
funds
opinion.
that dictated by
I
law.
spoke to the guys, you know, because they have that sales tax, for roads and all that stuff.
Well, that opioid.
Well, come to find out,
Huh?
you mow
That was
A hard service road, you can use it, yeah.
no, but you mow a hard surface road 4 times more than you mow a gravel road. So it's like, if you're operating a tractor on a hard surface road, beside it, of course, you know, you're operating it 4 times more than you do on a gravel road. So I'm like, that's a lot more wear and tear just on that. So why can't you?
You can. You can use that.
Well, I mean, we need to talk about that in the future, you know, these are things that are gonna come up.
Yeah, because it's being used
How
towards
come
that hard
it's,
surface.
I don't understand.
What?
Why would you mow a hard surface road more than you would a
It's a,
gravel
I believe it's a requirement.
road? Oh, okay, so you're talking requirement, not necessity.
No, no,
Oh.
No, the grass don't grow anytime.
I was gonna say, grass grows the same as long as you get rain.
Yeah. There might be a level of height versus,
Well, we've had
Yeah.
that discussion in the past on corners that needed to be mowed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
don't know if that was just gravel or when gravel intersected hard surface or what that was all about.
yeah.
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
Yeah.
It's on gravel, and it's one of those tri-corner things.
Yeah, it has to be
And the middle of the
mowed.
grass is way too
Yeah, and you
long.
can't
see
the stop
see.
sign.
But should the guy be mowing down one side of the road before he gets to the tri thing?
I took some pictures of my road, just so I could compare them to everybody else's bad road. This is after the grader hit it. I got ruts, man, right in the middle of the
Yeah.
road. If you don't turn the traction control off, you'll get stuck. So,
I don't think there's.
but I don't
think
mind. I'm like, I'm good, I'll pull the car out.
And, I mean, that's two things when I was campaigning and that people, taxes and roads is always, and I think we need, you know, to look at both. I mean, we did with taxes this time around, but I think coming into the next year, when we got 5 of us sitting at this table, we really need to look at all of our roads.
What is it, the delinquent RE sales? Where's she got? She went in there.
Delinquent real estate.
There's dinero in that.
Huh?
There's money in that.
Those funds are a rabbit hole for me because I look up the fund and then I look up the statute that, and then you find out what it could be used for, you know?
There's
So-
an isolated
Yeah,
comp
that-
tax that's got money in it. There's an RE redemption tax that's got some money, or redemption fund
Is there a
that's got.
statute? next
Sam's
to
trying
it?
to budget all these monies.
No, because here's
Well, I mean-
here's the thing. While we're talking, waiting, you know, once we get this finalized and out, okay, I really think we need to take care of all the low hanging fruits that's come to us in the last couple of months. We need to get that out and clear it. Then the next thing we need to look at is strategic planning, okay, and then simultaneously looking at. And we can't really do anything until January when the new electors, or the new officials come in here, where I wouldn't recommend doing it until they come in here. But as soon as they hit the ground, as soon as they come in, we hit the ground running, we start looking at the 2027 budget. We start crafting that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things to look at. I mean, Mr. Hoyt brought up about tax abatements. I mean, there's that, there's, you know, we got radios, we got cars, we got trucks, we got dozers, loaders, you name
Make
it.
it easy for you
Huh?
on the abatements, because I've identified 8 million.
Right, right. I mean, all of it is, you know,
I
and,
patched Dustin into a call that I got last night from a citizen about a road, and he said, we're down to one tractor that can mow.
yeah.
Whoa.
Out of
One out of
6,
6 or 7.
out of 6
yeah.
tractors that we have, we only got 1 tractor.
Yeah.
Repairable?
Well,
Well,
they're
we're
all-
not popular enough at the repair company for them to put priority on our
I
stuff.
thought we had our own mechanic.
we do, but he's not a heavy equipment mechanic.
See, and that's where, I mean, Mr. Walker brought up before about the maintenance department. I mean, I
Yes.
think that's something that really bears looking into.
But a diesel
and-
mechanic makes what, 35, 45 bucks an hour?
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I mean, we're paying that diesel mechanic one way or the other. You
You're
know,
not near
it's
high
just
enough.
about benefits versus not,
Yeah,
you know.
I hear you. But my point here is like, even if you want to hire a diesel mechanic, where are you gonna put him? Our barn can't handle it.
Well, and that's the other thing we need to look at.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't like new facilities. I'm just gonna tell you
Yeah.
that.
Well, I don't either, but guess what?
their main facility was a church.
Here's my counterpoint to you, madam. I don't like new facilities any more than you do. But what I don't like is I don't like a rat nest and I don't like a tinderbox. And that's what they're working in. They're working in a rat nest with, you
They're
cannot
working
make
in a
that
buil,
face
they're
to me.
working out of a building that used to be a church.
I mean, I do it.
Believe so. If you go in there,
You
you'll
can
see.
do that.
I
You'll
do it.
see
You can do that. I can do
the-
that.
The shape of
Okay?
the building.
But we can't ask rank and file employees to work in an unsafe environment.
I mean, it's it's not unsafe, it's just not
It is
beautiful.
unsafe.
Yeah,
It is
it
unsafe.
don't meet, and I know we don't have to follow it, but it don't,
Yep.
I guarantee you, it would not meet OSHA standard.
When I talked to
At
Tito,
all.
when I talked to Tito and I said, what are you writing this up? He goes, well, the Romex needs to be in conduit. I said, where's the code? We have no code. How do you enforce this? And he's like, well, if you remodel, when you go to remodel, put it in Romex. I was like, and again, when we go to remodel, there's no code. So how we do this?
Yeah.
Who's on?
I mean, when the director of public works sits in his office and there's effluence coming out of the catch tank behind his office and it runs into his office across his, you know what effluence is? That's a very nice kind word of saying poo-poo.
That's disgusting.
Exactly.
I mean,
He's
you could get
he's
the
got
plumber
water
in there and
coming
fix
out of-
that. My
He's got
gosh.
water coming out of the tank running into, and there's a
Well,
line
the tank
there.
is not poo-poo, that is clean water. You can keep it for an emergency.
The tank that the toilet feeds into.
The bowl,
The
the tank.
The tank outside the building that the toilet feeds.
The
The septic tank.
Oh, yeah, they should probably fix that. Yeah, yeah, you put a new one of those in.
Well, so what are they gonna fix? They're gonna fix the poop
So-
tank,
so-
or they're gonna fix 5 of those
So,
broke down
so do we have to send our
Well, it's a-
sanitation department out there to see if
That's
within?
something we're gonna, we're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we are definitely gonna do a strategic plan
I
for
mean, if you
public
actually have
works.
seepage, I would get on that for sure,
Yeah, well,
all right?
it is what it is, man.
Okay.
We just, those guys are troopers, that's for sure. They work with what they got and they make it happen. So,
That's
hats
what I
off to
like
all.
to do.
It needs looked into a lot,
Yes.
yeah.
When you talk about a heavy equipment
Mechanic?
mechanic, can you get one that works on a variety, the John Deere's and the Fords and the whatever else is? Caterpillars, the,
Yes and no. Yes and no. And the reason, and how it goes is like, if you have something that's out of warranty, knock yourself out. But if you buy something like we have graders that are very, very expensive and they're in the warranty, the company's gonna want you to service it
yes,
through a license.
License, yeah.
certified.
Yes, and that's money.
to haul it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
You know, what I would like to see is we have a John Deere school right here in Bourbon County that operates under the
Good idea.
FSCC.
Good
I'd like to
idea.
see some people
I
talking
think
to
having
them.
a good conversation with
Yes.
community college, 'cause they
That's a
also,
very good
There you
idea.
they also
Commissioner
have
Miller.
a heavy equipment operation school.
Can you handle that? That conversation?
I can talk to Mike.
One thing you may not.
You know the guy?
One more thing.
Wait, you
I
know the
do.
guy?
Yeah,
Really?
Coach Welch?
Mike.
The one thing you
No,
might
at the-
want to be aware,
at
every
the,
student
Sunday
in that
school.
program.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the president.
Oh, really?
They're employed.
Wow, that's
at the
awesome.
school.
That's awesome. See, these open dialogues are very beneficial.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Just set
Commissioner Milburn.
idle more often, you're welcome.
See, I didn't know how to ask the question, and I'm here blah, blah, blah. and
There's
then-
a whole backlog over here that you want me to start
Oh,
sharing?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, share away. I'll take whatever wisdom you can give me.
Backlog.
She texts me again at 4:22 a.m.
She did?
to set her house on fire.
Who's that? You text him at 4 something in the morning?
Listen, some of us don't just sleep all the time, okay?
I've just gone to bed.
No,
You know how unproductive that is?
I am up at 4 o'clock. I'm up at 4 o'clock. I'm just not texting anybody at 4 o'clock. You know?
Fortunately, it was, I'll call you later.
And I mean, I know this is a taboo, but how old are you?
41.
41. All right. I remember when I was 41.
Protected class now,
Really?
over 40, yep, passed.
I remember the hours and the non-sleep and all that. And I tell you, at 62, it will bite
just
you.
sleep?
Huh?
You can just sleep?
Your body,
No,
no, your
no.
body will pay.
No, my
like,
biological
at
clock
40
is
at
so
40
messed
years
up.
old, I was running 5 miles a day, getting up, working. I slept 5 hours a night. It was just the mission was the mission. And what, you pay for it now.
I used to go 72 hours at a
You're paying
time.
for it now.
I'm paying for it, believe me, you can ask that beautiful woman sitting right over there.
Yeah.
You're like, can you
I
help me out,
went,
can you help me
yeah,
out?
I used to go, what's that?
Yeah,
4
4
minutes
minutes
bef-
till your heart stops.
Before I gotta be, I've already communicated with the person I need to communicate, so,
Do you need a
Don't
police
break
escort
promises,
or
David.
anything or
You
something,
better just-
David?
what's that?
Do you want a police escort when you leave?
No. It's not that vital, but, you know, it is important to me, you know.
Yes. Yeah. I have those things too.
Okay, so, yours, sir.
All right, so we have a budget, we have a consensus, so I move that we adopt this version of the budget that sets the mill at, what was it, 56 point?
56.678.
Okay, yeah, 56.678,
Which is below revenue neutral.
which is below revenue neutral.
Correct.
Minute.
So that's my motion, this
Second.
budget. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. To
Thank
you
you.
too. Thank you to
All
everybody.
right.
I have one
So-
last thing.
All right, so before we proceed to adjournment.
I
what
would
do you-
like to, then before, I would like to make a motion, and then I want to explain my motion, okay? I'd like to make a motion that this budget gets sent to our auditor for them to give one last look over. And that's what I'm asking. And my reasoning for this is, I want a third party to look at it, that's outside of the county, to give it a once over, okay? There's been a lot of back and forth about things that I really don't want to bring to this table. I think the best thing to do is just have a third party look at it, okay? It protects certain individuals because, to me, their reputation's been besmirched. Whether it's warranted or not, it's not up to me to decide. Make sense? But I think between those two items that I've seen, I say we send it to, and I can't remember the name of the contract.
Emily Franks.
Yes. That's my motion.
Your motion. Discussion. That's how this works.
Are you for, are you for, against, you, it's a dumb idea, Sam? What?
You good with it?
I,
My question is, it has a cost?
I'm pretty sure it has a cost.
does she have a timeline or
She has to
they're
have it
super
back to us.
duper busy?
We have to have it to us
She has to
by,
back to us by Monday.
You
if
talked
that's-
to her?
No. I'm just
I-
saying, just reach out.
Okay.
Is that possible? Can I do that?
Oh, yes, I don't think that it's plausible because I can't even get a call back from them, but I think it's a great idea if you wanna try.
Okay, then let
Okay.
me have this other latitude. If I can't get a hold of Emily, may I have permission to get a hold of Ben Hart? His company.
Yeah, you don't need our permission. I
Yeah,
talk
you
to Ben
do.
all the time.
'cause we're, if
I don't
we're
do
gonna
that all the
hire,
time, ma'am.
if we're
I
gonna,
ask permission.
if we're gonna hire,
Oh, to hire
Yeah.
him.
We have to hire him.
Okay.
or that other company.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna set a parameter on how much?
Not to exceed $1,500 in cost.
Okay. I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Are we ready to?
We can adjourn.
We
Whatever
sat
you
here
wanna
for a
do,
long
sir.
We
time
got
waiting
we
for
got
some
the
papers,
printed
didn't we?
copies.
They're doing it right now?
We're doing it right now?
Yeah.
All right. We don't need to be in session for that?
No, sir.
All right, so I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.